Hi guys, so let me give you guys a story time on one of the most traumatic things that has ever happened to me that I've never really opened up about. Like it just happened and I just moved on with my life. I never even told my parents or anybody. But it happened years ago. I was 16 at the time and I had just gotten a phone and I just finished secondary school too. Because in my house, my daddy made it a rule that it is when you have finished secondary school that you can have a phone, and that's how all my siblings were, and that's how it is. So anyway, I had just gotten a phone. I just finished secondary school. I was 16. I was so excited because I had a phone. That's why I couldn't relate to the whole to go thing or whatever, or your classmate coming to the class come and tell you. Like I couldn't relate because I didn't have a phone, but I finally had a phone. So at that time, we didn't used to have lights in the afternoon. NEPA doesn't used to bring lights, Nigeria now. And we couldn't on the gen because we were still young. So we always wait for our parents when they come back in the night. That's when we can on the gen. And me, I hated my phone to die. My new phone. What am I supposed to? Because I don't understand how I was living life very peacefully, like without a phone. I was comfortable. But after I got the phone, it's like I couldn't do without pressing that phone. I always wanted to be on my phone. So there was no light in the afternoon and my phone would die. So there's this neighbor that used to stay close to us. He stays in my area. So I now found out that okay, he used to on the gen. I kind of knew him. When I'll say good afternoon. I used to greet him because he was older than I am. So I started going there to charge my phone because he would on the gen in the afternoon. The first day I came, he used to on the gen. We were watching TV. He even bought me food. I swear, he used to buy me food. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll be coming here to charge my phone because there's food, there's comfort, and my phone will actually be full. Me, waiting because honestly, I just wanted to charge my phone. I didn't even care about the food or whatever, but at least I was comfortable. So as time was passing, I kept on going there. I kept on going there to charge. I kept on going there to charge because at that time we didn't used to have lights in the afternoon. If sometimes we used to have but on the days we don't have, I'll go to his place and charge. So one very fateful day, everything was always going like I went there like I was going there quite a number of times and I'll go come back home, go come back home. So one particular day, I went there, and his gym was on as usual. I entered, I had already plugged my phone in the parlor. So we were sitting down watching TV. Tell me why this man now came in front of me because I'm sitting down. So he came in front of me and knelt down in front of me and he was asking me if I've ever received head. And I'm like, what's that? Because I was young, I was 16, I haven't even done, as in, I didn't do, even in secondary school, I didn't do all those. I never had a boyfriend, So I was like, what's that? What's head? And he was like, he explained it to me. I was like, no. Then he was still kneeling in front of me, telling me about this. And I was like, no, I've never. And then he was now like, okay, that he can give me that. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm like, no, please, I'm not interested. So I was pushing him back, but I noticed that he was stronging himself. In my mind, I'm like, why is this man stronging himself? Wait, I don't understand. I was pushing him back. I was like, he was not like, why am I pushing him? The next thing, I gave him a dirty slap. Like, see, I gave him the dirtiest, like I used all my strength to slap him. I don't know if that pissed him off. I don't know what it is. Then he just stood up and he was telling me I should stand up. I was like, Jesus, I should stand. It was like, stand up. I was like, yeah, I don't die. What's going on? It was like I stand up, I stood up. And that day I wore a black dress, though I wore tights inside and a tube because I was still young. I've not started wearing bra. So yeah, I wore tights inside and a tube with a sleeveless long dress. So it was like I should stand up. I stood up. Then he now increased the volume of the TV. He increased the volume of the TV and locked the entrance door because I was looking at it. I was like, I want to run away, but he locked the door. He increased the volume of the TV. I'm like, I'm already shaking. Like, because me, I don't have heart for it. I was already vibrating, but I was still calm. Then I already started crying because trust me to cry. I already started crying. So I was like, please. I was already begging. I was like, please. So he was like, I stand up. That I should put my clothes. Hell. Then there was a bag on the and another chair in the sitting room. All these things were happening in the sitting room. There was a bag on the chair of the sitting room. Then he pointed at it and was like, I should look there. I looked there. He said, look there. That if I do anyhow, there's something inside there. He's going to use it on me. I was like, Jesus is... And I was so young. I was like, okay, so this I'm going to get gripped. And this I'm going to die. Or this I'm... Like, it was... When I tell you... I was shaking. It wasn't funny. Now I'm comfortable telling the story because it's been a while, but it was not funny that day. So he said, pull your clothes. So I was begging. When he said pull my clothes, I was still begging that please, please, I'm begging you that there's nothing I do not used to beg. Hey, I begged him with the mighty name of blood of Jesus. And I was like, please, please, please. Then he was like, pull my clothes. I now pulled my dress. I was wearing a tube and a tights, so I wasn't completely naked. I don't know how God touched this man. As I pulled my dress, I was like, okay, don't worry, that I should wear it back. He now said that he was trying to teach me that I shouldn't be going to men's place like that anything can happen. I was like, thank you for the lesson. He now said that I hope this will not stop you from coming to my place. I said, Ibo. So the way I left, I was like, thank you. Okay. When he even told me that I hope this will not stop you from coming to my place, I was like, no, it will not stop me. I shall unplug my phone. Make I they go my papa house. I don't know what's there become there. Make I they go my papa. I unplugged my phone and I left. I say, me come back to this place, God forbid. Thank you for the lesson, appreciate. And that's why today I'm not comfortable with going to people's houses, like unless maybe I'm very familiar with you, or maybe because I'm grown now, but I don't go to people's houses. Like, that one was so traumatic. And after that day, I didn't talk about it. I just looked up. It was just an experience I experienced and moved on with my life. So yeah, that's the story time. And please, you guys should stop thinking my stories are fake. I don't know if you guys never experienced things in your life, but I've actually experienced a whole lot of things in my life. Okay, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.